we're a really young side, and we're trying to fast track guys to be captains, good leaders around the place. And I think in the past, I look back and think, what's our leadership group there for? What do they do? Is it about just tossing a coin, a bit of a pep talk in the rooms, and the end of the season you sort of look back and think, what have they done?
Yeah.
We wanted them to have a meaningful role within the club, and leadership's about getting others to follow their actions. So I needed some outside help in that area. I didn't know too much about it, but I know how important it is for a footy club. Just the general ownership of the club and everything, from picking up water bottles at training to the way they prepared themselves, and it just spread throughout the group. The team and looked at maybe the 7 or 8 who were doing the program, and just mimicked their behaviour, and by the end of the season we had the whole club doing the right things on and off the field. Good morale, good team acts. The leaders were setting the standard with tackles, shepherds, 1%ers, always positive. Basically, we went from having 1 captain to having 8 or 9 captains out there.
Yeah.
And that turned our season around completely. I think they took more of a role about the club, more ownership. It seemed like they cared more about the club. They had a bit of direction. We had a plan, and these guys, as I said, it was like we had 9 captains out there after probably 4 or 5 weeks of them doing the program.
Yeah.
Gave them some purpose at training, instead of just saying you're in the leadership group, what are you doing?
Yeah.
It gave them real focus as well. Obviously a lot of factors go into winning a premiership, but I think this was massive. It turned our season around, and we were just sort of floating through the season, and I don't know if we would have won the premiership without it, to be honest.
Yeah.
It just got guys committed, and when the rest of the team saw what these 7 or 8 leaders were doing, it changed the club. And I think the other important thing is getting the right leadership group initially, and then once you've got the right guys, a program like this just gives them the focus, and they'll go with it, and it completely turned our club around. I'd recommend the program to any coach that is serious about long-term success and changing the culture at the club. And it's not just about winning premierships. We were very lucky to do that with our first year with the program, but even now it's built into this pre-season, the attitude that the guys have had, and it's changing the complete feeling around the whole place.